Well, folks, I didn't usually pop on when there's games on, but I said I'll pop on because the next 45 minutes is massive for the league. And as it stands, Dundee are beating Rangers at Ibrox 2-1. And it was two cracking goals as well they scored. So I said I'll pop on, do a watch along with you, have a chat with you, and talk about our game tomorrow and other matters as well. We'll talk about the player awards the other night as well, and the Scottish Cup final coming up in 11 days' time. So you're all certainly tuning in. If you can subscribe to the channel as well, we appreciate it. So I am just looking at the game while I'm looking at the comments as well. So keep an eye on both tabs. So get the comments in. How are we feeling? Is the champagne in the bucket already? Are you holding off till tomorrow? So as it stands, even if Rangers draw tonight, where the league's confirmed, Celtic are champions. So we'll see what happens. See what happens. How's it going, Dom? Hope you're well. Hope you're well, Tommy. Hope you're good. As I said, if you're tuning in first ever time on this Celtic YouTube channel, please subscribe. Free of charge. We have loads to talk about. We have our game to talk about as well tonight. Our starting lineup, our memories at Rugby Park. We're going to talk about the Matt O'Reilly speculation as well. We're going to talk about the Carter Vickers speculation. We're going to talk about the goalkeeper as well that's been linked. Two goalkeepers that have been linked to Celtic. So I'll get all the stats up. We'll see what happens. See what happens. I'm actually quite nervous watching this game, to be honest with you. I really am. I don't know why. I just think it's because Dundee have been really good this season, as we've seen. And fair play to Tony Doherty. He's done a really good job up there in that dense park as well. Yeah. Loads to talk about. Matt O'Reilly staying, so is Carter Vickers. Matt O'Reilly, if the money comes in right for Matt O'Reilly, he will go. And if it's 25 million, I'll bite my hand off and let him go. And we'll build. He's a cracking player. Obviously, we talked about his stats the other night on the channel. I'll just pull up the stats here again for you. So this is Matt O'Reilly's current stats. Let me scroll down. Get this one here. That's his stats. So that's Matt O'Reilly's stats. 46 games this season, 16 goals, 17 assists, and then obviously he won a cup. He won the Player of the Year award, and then obviously the Young Player of the Year award as well. So he cleaned up with awards the other night in the Hydro. Henrik Larsson was there, Chris Sutton was there, Stinian was there, Sean Maloney, Odson Edward, Giorgio Samaras. There were some big names in house. 11,000. One person that wasn't up there was Kroybad Boyd. So I wonder if Kenny Miller still has recovered from that Similovic tackle, because clearly he hasn't. So we'll get the meltdown clips on as well from the weekend. I'll upload them there. I'm going to upload for this that I put on the channel. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Are you in rainy Scotland? Are you in might not be going according to Brendan. Brendan's going to say that to keep the boat steady. I'm telling you now, even though he's on a long-term deal, he signed the deal the day he scored the winner against Motherwell in the dying embers of the game. But money talks in football, folks. Yes, we are Celtic. We're one of the biggest clubs in the world, but there is clubs out there that have more superior money to spend in bigger leagues. And the reports are that teams in the top 6 of English football have inquired about him, and there's been close contacts with these teams as well. So Fabrizio Marmaro tweeted on this back in January that with him obviously being on signing a new long-term deal, if they were to sell him, will be a Scottish record fee in the SPL. So we'll see what happens. We all don't want him to go. You know, he's been one of our best players. He's been a key asset. He's been a good servant. You know, at the end of the day, it's all transfer talk. You know, when the window opens, we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's have a chat. Anyway, there's a few people tuning in tonight. I just want to upload. I have the game on the background when I'm doing this. So let me see, StreamYard. Just need to upload this for a second. I've got 2 clips that Rangers equaliser 2-2. So still as stands, Celtic will win the league anyway. So I know I'll put a video up later on. going absolutely nuts. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Dom. As much as okay selling players, we need to be replacing 100%. I don't know if Bernardo would be the ideal replacement for Matt O'Reilly. We've seen glimpses around the Christmas period. He looked really good. How's it going, Graham? Hope you're tuning in well. As I said, just get a comment in. Tell me where you're tuning in from Greenock, from Hold On Dundee. Will not stay. That's it. Like either Dundee will fall on their arses, or either Dundee will score. But for them to go to Ibrox and get 2 goals anyway, just shows that there is mentality in that team. Let me see. What should I do here? 2 seconds. 2 seconds, folks. 2 seconds. To the studio. Keep the comments flowing in. Get that lower down. Let's see. How's it going from Liverpool? Hope you're well. Now, it shouldn't be echo anymore because I was uploading stuff onto the StreamYard from my phone. So that's why there was an echo. I apologise about that, folks. That's why I went quiet. Let's see what I uploaded. Let's go back to the weekend. I'm laughing again. Why not? Why not? Enjoy it.
Has been underperforming.
He has had to, though, because of the injuries.
100%. But you should be turning up for your work every day, expected to play.
The best of played in these games is when they're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
With nothing to play for. No fear.
You've got a cup final in a couple of
losing.
weeks as well, and not only it's a huge game for Philip Clement now as well, because that's now a few Old Firm games he's lost. You're then saying the start of next season is going to be back here for the first game as well. The Scottish Cup final is now huge, because the last thing you want is people then turning around and saying, well, that's 3, 4, 5 Old Firm games without a victory now for Philip Clement. Listen, I'll be honest, there's a Scottish Cup final a couple of weeks away, but that'll be the last time you see a lot of these players play against Celtic here in the league. There's got to be a clear out, there's got to be a fresh start. There's been some there, and Philip Clement spoke at the top of the show in terms of there's some can change his opinion in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be very difficult because, as I said, looking at it, I think Lundstrom and Barisic are going to leave in threes. There'll be a few other ones go, and I'm sure Philip Clement will be looking to try and wheel and deal to try and get his type of players in, because you look at Rangers and you think you go to 10 men, the way to hurt teams is with pace. I don't really see. Scott Wright came on and he had a run, but you don't really see a lot of pace in that Rangers team. So there's got to be a lot of reinforcements coming in the summer.
It's a red card in this day and age when you slow things down and you put the point of contact and again John Lundstrom's foot's planted right against the side of Alistair Johnston's leg. But what I would say is, had VAR been there, nobody's moaning that that's not a red card. It was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. So understand why it's a red card when you see it in real time. Yeah, it's fast.
Kenny,
I always say this: football,
that's
you need
a red
to.
Card,
well,
come on,
hang fire, James. I've just gave you the reason why I don't think it's a red card.
It's a red card.
It's a yellow card for me. VAR comes in, intervenes, and it's clearly when it slows that down. It's always going to be a red card when it gets called to the monitor. Had it not been VAR, nobody would have asked for that to be a red card.
That's
Simple.
a red card in the 1970s, Kenny.
Absolutely not, Chris. That is not.
I think you need VAR to see the point of contact. I know you're speaking about slowing it down, but when you see it full pace, he catches him above the ankle. He's out of control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's endangering an opponent.
He's not out of control.
Of course he is.
No, he's not. He's running fast to go to a ball.
Yep.
You need to run fast. And he's allowed to slide, and he's allowed to run fast.
He's not allowed to put his studs on above his ankle.
But that's not out of control.
Of course
he's not out of control.
So he meant it then?
What, he meant to kick Alistair Johnston? Absolutely not. He meant to go and win the ball. Alistair Johnston plants his foot. He's not out of control. He is not out of control. Listen, this day and age, with VAR, slow down, that is a red card. I get it. But for me, if VAR's not there, nobody's moaning that's not a red card.
The
Nobody
heat's
at all.
getting to Kenny.
Absolutely not.
Right, I have a second part of that interview I'm going to put on in a minute. I actually have to get him back on now. I have to obviously upload the stuff, so it's 56 minutes in. Obviously my stream is probably a minute or two behind, so yeah. Let's see the comments. Evening Drew, Sunet ranted on talk radio, 100%. Delusional Miller. Okay, they were like this. They were doing the same thing at what happened at Ibrox at the start of the season. They were moaning for weeks upon weeks about not the Alistair Johnson one, the one at Celtic Park where Alistair Johnson handballed it, and it should have been a penalty as they're claiming. But at the end of the day, look at the amount of penalties they've been awarded and got away with murder over the last years. 76 penalties awarded to Rangers since 2016 in domestic football. So they can stuff it where the sun don't shine. I'm going to put the second part of this on. Yes, it is a Celtic channel. Yes, we should be talking about Celtic, but this is Comedy Central. You have to play this kind of stuff because it makes you grin, you know? So this is the second part of this.
He's not out. I understand what he's trying to do. He's going to go in and leave one on, Alistair Johnson. I get that because myself and Chris have done that over the years. But he's got it wrong, and he's late and he's high, and he could have done a lot more damage to Alistair Johnson, and it's the correct call, whether we you like it or not. It's a red card.
I get it,
but we've got VAR now, and that is to stamp out these sort of challenges. And when I first thought it, I thought, oh yeah, that's good. He's left the marker there. But then when you see it again in slow motion, the referee's got no option but to send him off.
And I've said I agree with that, but I still don't like the rule. I don't like VAR. I don't like the way it slows down. If VAR's not there, nobody moans about that being a yellow card. Simple as that.
I think if VAR's not there, you're saying you need VAR to get that correct. Because if it misses it...
Listen, we're trying to eradicate all kind of contact now, because see now, every contact that any tackle's made needs to be a yellow or it needs to be a red.
That was a ridiculous challenge. I mean, John Lundstrom, out of control, reckless. That's
do you want me just to say, okay, it's a red card and we'll move on and we can move on? We can actually talk about the game.
Sometimes
we can talk about the game, yeah.
I was wrong and you were wrong.
It was a double red card.
I would love to stick up for you, but I just think...
Listen, boy, I don't need anyone to stick up for me, mate.
I would love to.
I can stick to my opinion.
But no, listen, I get that.
It's rubbish, and it always intervenes, and it's whether it's right or not. To the law of the game, I understand it's a red card.
What about a bit of criticism to John Lundstrom?
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. If it's one of your teammates, Kenny, you would have been unhappy. You would have been raging in terms of you've got yourself back in it, get back into half time, make a couple of tactical substitutions. When you go,
I have never seen Piers Morgan being this embarrassed ever in my life. Normally.
What the hell? Right, this one, right. This is actually a Celtic clip, right? This is Henrik Larsson being interviewed on stage at the Hydro the other night. And also, I put the clip in of his final interview at Celtic Park in the competitive game as well. So I snipped the two clips. Obviously, 20 years on, emotional hearing him talk from when that game with Dundee, the game at Celtic Park when he scored 2 goals. Actually, Mark Wilson scored that day as well. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna put this on now. Kenny's losing it. Let's see. So listen to this while I look for Alex McCarthy's stats.
Tell us what this support means to you, Henrik.
I think I'm going to cry again. And I'm not joking. That's the thing, when you get older, you start to realize your history, what you've been through with teammates, and this fantastic club is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you very much.
Special times together, you must reflect so.
I can't even speak. It's
no came today for you, didn't it?
No, it was good, sir.
It's I can't even speak. It's been fantastic years, and sorry, I can't.
This is. I mean, there's a lot of hundreds of thousands of fans watching this. Celtic fans outside. We can show you some of the pictures of the supporters out there waiting to salute you. I mean, what do these supporters mean to you?
I mean, it's been tremendous for me all the years here, and it's just great to be part of something special like this. And
the chances they fell for you today, we wondered whether the goals were going to come for you. Did you begin to worry you weren't going to get the goals in your last day?
Yeah, I started swinging at everything at one stage here today, but fortunately I got one. The first one, great ball from Tomo. The second one, great ball from Magat, and once you made the first one, you don't miss the second one.
It's an incredible ride the last few years for you, hasn't it? It's been an amazing story.
He's been fantastic, and obviously the gaffer when he came up as well, things started to go forward, and things started to happen, and then it's just a pleasure to be at the club like this.
Are you still sure you want to go? This is probably the time to ask you.
Yeah, no, I've made my mind up, and I'm gonna miss this, and there's no doubt about it. But as I said many of times, it's time for me to go.
Is there any moment that you particularly call? Is there one moment that will always be special to you?
I mean, my whole career here at Celtic has been obviously we had ups and downs, but I mean the last 4 years has been tremendous.
Well, that was Henrik Larsson talking at the Hydro on Sunday, and going back to 20 years ago. The second part of that video was him talking to BBC Scotland. His final competitive game, home game for Celtic. And obviously he went on, we played against Dunfermline, and we won 3-1 that day, and then he played Sevilla in his testimonial as well, midweek game. So yeah, obviously a lot of emotions for Celtic fans over the weekend, seeing Larsson at the game, and then at the Hydro. There's a good few people I know quite well that got pictures with Henrik and stuff. I'm a bit gutted I actually didn't go. I was offered a ticket, and I was just, to be honest, I was too hungover. I was over in Dublin on Saturday, went to Peter Brown's, watched the game, had a couple of hours sleep, and I was back on a flight at 6 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't in a good frame of mind to be going to the Hydro and trekking back here at like 11 odd in the night. I just wanted to do the podcast, and we had a good chat the other night, folks. So yeah, I'll go to next year's one. Hopefully he's in the Hydro as well. So I'm going to talk about goalkeepers. We've been linked with Southampton's keeper Alex Arthur, and then obviously there was speculation that we were linked in with Trabzonspor's #1 keeper as well. So at this moment of time, as it stands, Celtic will be champions, confirmed tonight, unless Rangers score, which is 2-2 at Ibrox. Dundee got 2 quick goals, then Rangers got 1 back, and then obviously second half they got the equaliser. So let's talk about it. Let me see. Can I pull the right stats now? Right, so this is Alex McCarthy. No, this is the Turkish guy. Hold on. Let me see. Get Alex McCarthy's last bit of stats. I'm at to upload in 5, so let me see. So that one there. I think it is this one. Don't want to be uploading the same malarkey to this. But anyways, we're linked with 2 goalkeepers. The Trabzonspor keeper, he's 28 years of age. He's been capped for Turkey 27 times, according to Wikipedia, but you don't always believe it. It's 3-2 Rangers now. So as it stands, the champion, it will be tomorrow. Celtic, I'll have to get a point at Rugby Park to get this right. So it might all change. You know. So this is his stats here. 28. His contract is up 27, but they want 12.5 million from Corny. Celtic have offered around 7.5 million. Oh Jesus, what a goal. What was the keeper doing? Shocking. I don't think he meant that, to be honest with you. Definitely didn't mean that goal. But okay, see what happens. Plenty of time left for Dundee to get an equaliser. Plenty of time. Let's see. 3-2 Rangers, yeah. So there's 110 people tuning in tonight. Good to see the numbers up. As I said, the other night we got a couple of subscribers, new subscribers. We appreciate you if you could subscribe to the channel and press that red and white button. So I done a poll today on Instagram asking fans. I have like 26,000 odd on Instagram. Would they like Odsonne Edouard back on loan next season? Now, 62% of people said yes, and then the rest were like no. Majority of people have a great point with the no argument, because the way I look at it is, yeah, he got lazy towards his final season, but he was working under Neil Lennon. That was a disaster of a season. According, he was holding Celtic to ransom, and then we end up selling to Crystal Palace for a decent chunk of money. Thought we'd have got more money from, but the pros and cons with Edouard is Edouard could come back in if we were to approach him, because obviously he was up in the Hydro the other night. He's up just obviously as a guest. He's not getting much football with Palace. He's not starting many games. He has scored against the big teams this season, but Edouard has 87 goals in the Celtic shirt. You know, in his mid-20s, we could sign him, re-sign him. A lot of people want him and like him back at Glasgow because he obviously comes across as a stubborn style of player. Or some people would rather Ida. Or some people would rather Bojan Mirowski of Aberdeen. So I'm gonna pull up Bojan Mirowski's stats as well when I'm here. Dundee need to get it together. Good block by Dundee there. Good block. Keep the comments going in anyway. I'll have a look at them in a second. I'll pin them up as well. Tell us where you're tuning in from. So let's look at Bojan Mirowski's stats. Since the last time we've done something on this guy was back in March. And he has scored against Celtic a good few times this season. And I kind of looking and I'm saying to myself, you know what, we should have literally signed him, because he would have done a job in January. But you know, we got Adam Ida in. Adam Ida's been all right, you know. He has that physicality which changes the dynamic of game for the Celtic. But we'll see. We'll have a look at Mirowski's stats here and get them up and see what you think. Stats is a big thing. All right, let's see. Second last one as well. Right, this is it here. So he's 24 years of age. Just around 6 foot. A Macedonian striker. His contract is up at Aberdeen in May 26. But as obviously Aberdeen have finished in the bottom 6. They have a couple of games left. Yeah, fair enough. But like, they're looking for about 7-8 million from him. They're not going to get 7-8 million from him, to be honest. Like, the max I'd say they'll get from him is about 5 million. Would I break the bank for him? I think look at his stats regards to he scored in Europa League qualifying. He scored in the Conference League. Scored in the Scottish Cup against, no, it was not Scottish Cup against, he scored in the league against us as well. So he's a player that, you know, he did terrify at the defence in the trips up in Badodry. So, and he has scored against Rangers as well a couple of times as well. So this season's not bad. 25 goals in 50 games is not bad for a player like Mirowski. So let me know in the comments. I want to see what you're saying. We shouldn't have brought Mirowski. We should have bought him, exactly. No chance. Eddie would come back here after getting Prem money for years compared to SPL money. So it could be a loan move. You know, that's the thing there, Limo. Like I can't, like Kavistagaard, we've been linked with that guy from Bromby as well. I think he's right. I think he's 6'4", if I'm correct. I'll pull up his stats as well. Mirowski scored a lot on a poor Aberdeen team. Exactly. And he's like, Aberdeen have been really, really below par this season. You know, like they should have been pushing for top 3 with the team they had. And then look at them, I think they're 8th in the table. So it's not a bad player. I think he's like an unsung hero, to be honest. I know some people have been saying about their keeper, Roos, as well. I wouldn't touch him. His distribution of the ball is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. He's a good shot stopper, yeah, fair enough. But I know we've been linked as well with Liam Kelly off Motherwell, 26-year-old free agent. If Scott Bain is leaving in the summer or Seacrest is leaving in the summer, that's the replacement there. But I think being ambitious. Alex McCarthy, 34 years of age. No, definitely not. I'd rather pay the 7 million that Trabzon Sport and get a Turkish international. You know, it's a good league as well, the Turkish league. You're playing against some decent caliber, like say Galatasaray, you know, Besiktas, Fenerbahce and stuff. So I think we'd really need to get this goalkeeping situation sorted. I think it would be great to have a keeper in the first week of the window. You know, that takes the pressure. That's like, oh, go on. Oh, Dundee almost scored there. But yeah, let's see what the comments are saying. 123 tuning in. Adam Ida is young, has plenty of time to grow. But the thing about Adam Ida is, Adam Ida could be, what a save by the Dundee keeper, by the way. Adam Ida could get coming in a permanent deal and just sure absolutely flop, even though the evidence is there. He is a workhorse and he's good in the air and he has 7 goals already for Celtic. There's something's telling me with the money that we have in the bank, I think we should be going for a bit better than Adam Ida. And no disrespect to Adam, he has been good since he came in the door, but I just think if we're going to go up, raise the bar a bit, especially for next season. And I mean compete in all cylinders. I mean go out for a treble next season if it's in that team, which it should be, and actually compete in the Champions League in some aspect and actually get a couple of wins. You need to get someone a bit more quality. You know, you have to invest in these plans. You know, I would say by the Dundee keeper again. Dundee's keepers keep them in. I know it's 3-2 Rangers. I know at the moment, but could have been 2 or 3 there for Rangers. But the keepers pulled off some cracking saves for Dundee. See what happens. 73 minutes in this game. So at the end of the day, we just have to go there tomorrow and see what the situation is. How's it going, Murray? Hope you're well. Haven't seen you in a while. Hell, keep up the good work. We all love the famous classic of Celtic. Hope to catch up with you soon. Hopefully. Folks, if you want to join the membership, it's 99 pence. It's like getting a coffee from me. You just have to press join under the YouTube video and then you just purchase it. It's a month membership for 99 pence. So the likes of Mikey Cole here, Stephen, they've all purchased the membership just as like an extra way of saying keep up the good work. The comments enough does a lot for me as well. So let me see. Good save. Right, I'm going to talk about in about 15 minutes time, I'm going to talk about our own game, focus on what's ahead for us. We're going to talk about Kilmarnock as well. Kilmarnock have done really well this season. Obviously, they've been Celtic's dodgy team as well. So, what's the forecast for the weather tomorrow? Playing on that, I know it could be really greasy in that pitch, the artificial pitch. Weather. Kilmarnock tomorrow. So it's meant to be thunder and lightning tomorrow. Yeah, thunder and lightning around 7 o'clock, between 8 o'clock. Probably because the Celtic are in town. That's why. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Obviously, they cut the allocation as well. Hola, René, ¿cómo estás? Vamos a Honduras. Yeah. Regardless of the game, we'll win the league tomorrow. 100%. 100%. We just can't be going out there with nerves. Just go out and play to the mentality. Be happy and playing for the last 2 seconds now. Let's just delete this one for the time being. How do you actually delete it? We'll bring the thunder, of course. Doesn't actually let me delete it. Strange. Go back in. For God's sake, I need to get in that message now. Still looking at the comments, folks. I'm just checking something on the old phone. I don't know if they have Android, so we'll see what happens with this. Bang, here we go. Just delete this for the time being. So what's the starting lineup for tomorrow, folks? What are you going for? Are we going for the same lineup that we played again the weekend? Or are we going to rotate it? Are we going to change the midfield around? Are we going to put Adamida up front for physicality against Kilmarnock? Let us know in the comments. There's 8 people tuning in on Facebook. Good numbers tuning in on X. Thanks very much to anyone who's tuning over on X. Just if you could follow the page on X or even subscribe, would be really appreciated. The same lineup. So we're going for the same lineup. Stephen is saying, would you bring Cunn in and maybe rest Jamesy James? You had to go a few minutes on these belts the weekend. Obviously, you start my Ada as well. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. I just want to try and delete this post. It's only be done for copyright. Let me see. It doesn't give me a way to delete it. Remove from profile grid. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. So yeah. So here we go. Here we go. 128 tuning in. Hopefully we'll have this tomorrow. We'll have this for another season as it stands. We just need to go there tomorrow and get our own points. Don't be worrying about the business happening on other blocks. At the end of the day, yeah, they've made a lot of changes tonight, and I did go a bit ecstatic when Dundee scored too. But look, still a bit of time left in the game. 12 minutes left in that game, so it could all change. Imagine a last-minute equaliser from Dundee. That would be absolutely priceless. So let me see me starting lineup. No, it's not the one I go for. Let me see. Do we still have it there? No, we don't. 1 second now. I'll upload this. The plan was to go live at 9:30, folks, but obviously with this game being on, people have eyes on it, and so I'll see what happens. There might be an echo noise, so I do apologise for like a couple of minutes. So there's the static noise gone now. So that's the team I would be going for tomorrow. The exact same team that lined up against Rangers the weekend. You could bring Nicholas Cunn in for a bit more energy levels. I think he's going to obviously go with Kyogo. I'm actually going to pull up Kyogo stats over here. Because I can pull up all the goals that he scored against most teams and stuff like that. I think he actually has 8 against Kilmarnock, if I'm right saying, since he joined Celtic. Let me see. Look at the stats now. Record against all goals. Here we go. Don't want deal by club. Oh no, that's I'll be here all day trying to find this. Sorry about this, folks. Let me see. I want to find the stat how many goals he actually has against Kilmarnock. I'll go back to it. Not arse looking for it. I'll be here all day looking for it. I'll find it for tomorrow. Come on, Dundee, get us another goal. It would be good to give Con 60 minutes and Jamesy a rest. Well, I was thinking that, but at the same time, Jamesy looked quite sharp the other day against the likes of Barisic. Not Barisic has been absolute dirt for Rangers, but you've just turned him inside out. And he looked like a James Forrest from like in his early 20s, just sharp, dynamic, and getting his crosses in as well. So he could change. He could rest Rio Atate and bring in Bernardo as well for the game. You know, Bernardo always tends to play better away from home for Celtic. We've seen him against St. Mirren around the new year, and he was absolutely immense. He was. And then Dundee at Dens Park, he was immense. But I know it's obviously, we played a lot of games since then under the engine, so see what happens. Callum and Mack with Atate centre midfield. Dundee is on the attack. Yeah, Dundee are on the attack, but hopefully Dundee can get a goal. If not, the main focus anyway. Imagine a penalty last minute to Dundee. Oh God, that'd be something else. Corner Dundee. Callum and Matt with Atate. I would give Kyogo maybe 70 minutes tomorrow and change around, bring Ida on for the final 20. Depends on the way the game's going. You obviously start with Joe Hart, you go with Johnston, you go with Taylor, Carter Vickers, Scales. And now, to be honest with you, I didn't watch Brendan Rodgers' press conference today, so I don't know what the situation with the injury front is. But I'd go with Matt, Callum, and Rio Atate. You could bring Bernardo in, change it around, but Bernardo hasn't been getting much football recently, so I think he'd probably stick with the likes of Rio Atate. Daisy Maeda has to play. Daisy Maeda has to play tomorrow. I know what sticks out to me the most is I can remember Maeda at the start of the season playing them in the League Cup, and he tried to take a shot from the halfway line, and he could have squared it out, and it could have been a counter-attack press, but he didn't, and that really haunted me. But Maeda's been remarkable since he come back from injury. You know, he's just really, really stepped up the game, and I don't know if anyone's seen what he said the other night. He's calling Matt O'Reilly. So he nominated Matt O'Reilly for the Player of the Year, and he called him handsome. He's absolutely brilliant, Days in Maeda. So there's 7 minutes left at the game at Ibrox. 3-2 to the Zombies. So as it stands, Celtic had to go to Kilmarnock tomorrow and pick up a point. 1 point to be confirmed champion, so they can go in to the final game against St. Mirren on Saturday and have a big title party. Sadly, I won't be going to the title party because I'm back in Dublin the weekend, but I'll be here for the cup final weekend. I'm buzzing for it. Absolutely buzzing for it. And then I'll go out tomorrow as well for the game. I'll go out tomorrow. I'll be nervous. Brendan said he'd be watching the Man City game tonight. Don't blame him. I just don't watch. I honestly don't like watching the Premier League, to be honest. Can't stand watching the Premier League. It goes through my head. I seen a clip of Ange going around Tottenham Stadium, obviously the final home game with his wife and his kids. And to be honest with you, compared to last season when he was at Celtic Park, his kids don't even look that happy. His wife is just looks like she's putting it on, and he's just there clapping. Like, you know, Ange doesn't really show emotions at times, but it is what it is. I know Brendan Rodgers had to coming out and saying, how's he in the motions? He arrives at that training ground at 7:30 in the morning, leaves at 6:30 in the night, then goes home, puts the laptop on and watches more football. And look at Brendan, I'll actually upload this clip for you. I want to show you this. I put this up on the socials there on. This is a really good picture I made, so I want you to see it. Just 2 seconds now. They've scored again. That's all over. Leave them to it. I'll be going to the TikToks, deleting them videos. 2 seconds. That's not even enough. Delete that. Get them down. I'm not in the humour for blue clutter coming onto my feed tonight. They've not much to talk about. The league is done and dusted anyway, but still. Let me see. Thanks for letting us know, Stephen. Thanks for letting us know. Stephen, where are you tuning in from yourself? This picture is priceless. I made this earlier on. Let's see, can we find this now? The awkward silence, eh? Right, so here we go. Here we go. I made this picture earlier on because it's absolutely priceless. Was it? It's a set of all pictures put together, you know. So let's get rid of this comment for a minute. There you go. War button up in the left. El Morty in the up there as well in the top. And then you got Michael Beale, and then you got Gerrard, Sleepy G, then you got Voldemort, and then you got Pedro. Remember Pedro got tackled by his own player in Ibrox. Lustig just jumped out of the way. So look at Brendan Rodgers. I think he's managed 16 games against them. He's only lost once. Is it once he's lost? And then a couple of draws in there as well. Like space of overall maybe 3 years, well, nearly 3.5 years he's at Celtic when you look at it from the two terms altogether. Look at the amount of managers they've gone through. Madness, absolute madness. And the excuse will be, oh, he came in, you know, with a third of the season already gone. It's not his players. It's not this. It's not that. At the end of the day, we were average this season and we still won the league. We still won it by beating them three times, drawing at them in Ibrox. And yes, we did have slip-ups on the way. And there was a point in the season where I was starting to question. There was I was at 10% at one point saying, I don't know if we're going to win this league. And got the shit together, got them playing. You know, Ida came in, started making a difference. You know, we cleared out some of the players that we needed to get rid of. I know some people were saying we should have kept Turnbull. But Turnbull went. Itaguchi, we let him go on a permanent transfer back to Japan. You look at the transition periods from what Brendan took over. We're after coming on a massive high of winning the treble with Ange, losing Starfelt, losing Jota. You know, maybe this season would have been completely different if you had Jota. Maybe, you know. He came in, got a lot of criticism at the start from a lot of fans that didn't want to back at the club, and that's understandable. You know, it's understandable. I could see the emotions, but I look back over my video I made the day Ange left Celtic, and I was saying, get Brendan Rodgers back in. We've been linked with Jess Marsh. We've been linked with Martin O'Neill, and I said, you know, Brendan, yeah, fair enough. A lot of people might turn around and say, well, Leicester went down. He's liable for that. Leicester weren't spending money in these last 2 years. And if he doesn't get backed by Celtic this summer, there will be questions asked about the board again. Are they being stingy? What are they doing with this money? Yeah, they pumped it into Barrowfield and Ukraine and Lennoxtown, but if you want to make more money, you got to put money in to make more money by getting better players, so you can sell them on for better books, have them playing in the big games, so they can make statements. You know. So yeah, what about McCarthy? James McCarthy collecting a dead wage. Report he's on around 20 odd grand a week. I don't know what's going on with him. It's absolutely criminal, to be honest. Definitely. Look at that was Don McCoy that signed James McCarthy. Absolutely, I know James is a Celtic fan, all his malarkey, but The guy, how many games has he played for club? Let me check this for you now. Let me check this. I'm curious to see how many games. I'm guessing he played about 14 games for Celtic. What is your guess, folks? How many games has James McCarthy played for Celtic? Let's see. Let's see. Why can I not find this guy on Transfer Market? I'll just put in. Jeez. It's like he's gone unknown. It's like he's not even in the database. Here we go. Here we go. So, stats by club. He's played 27 times for Celtic. Surprised with that, even nearly double the figures. Assisting there was obviously that assist that Giakoumakis, was it? The Giakoumakis assist. 2 yellows, 801 minutes for Celtic he's played. Absolute madness. I will screenshot this and upload it on the screen for you, so you can all see. You can all see this. I thought it was less games, to be honest. 3 games. So let me think. Let me just remove this picture and we'll upload this here. Yeah, something needs to be done about his contract. I honestly don't know how he's getting away with it. Like the ways that we're paying him, we could cut that. We could just terminate his contract and up Daniel Kelly's wages and Rocco Batta's wages. Makes sense, you know. So this is James McCarthy's stats for Celtic. 27 games, 1 assist, 2 yellow cards, and then actually over there it's 801 minutes for Celtic he's played competitively for the first team. So there you go. He's played 2 games for the B team as well. So yeah, James McCarthy stealing the wage, but that's down to the board to sort that issue out. Would have mind Dundee going there with a bit tonight. They fell to bits, you know. It could be probably a brown envelope at half time, you know, the usual business. Like, I'll be honest, I got excited when they scored the second goal, but look, this is what it is. This is what happens in football, you know. Speculate to accumulate. So yeah. If you haven't tuned into this is your first time tuning in, folks, do subscribe as well. If there's any questions you want me to talk about, any particular topics on the channel, get the questions in. Don't be afraid to ask the question, and we'll have a discussion on it as well. Do subscribe. We've gone up a couple of subs over the last couple of days, thanks to me putting the graph back in again. So just let me see now what I'm on. Bloody internet. So I'm up 1 sub. If we can get that up to another 3 or 4 subs, so I'm on 17,379. If we could finish the podcast on, say, 17,855, that'd be really appreciated. Just tell your friends, get the subs in. I'm going to play this clip of Tommy Burns. So on this day in 1988 centenary year, we beat Dundee United at Hampden 2-1. Frank McAvenny scored 2 goals in the Hampden Sun to get us the Scottish Cup. And was anyone there that's tuning in? Makes no odds, Keith. I'll be having a Guinness to enjoy you as being champions tomorrow. Good stuff, Stephen. Good stuff. The brown envelope is wasting money when we hammer Killy. Yeah. Sure, that's their final home game anyway. That's their final home game tonight. So yeah. Okay, for talking sake, if we were to get beat the last 2 games, would we finish level? No, they need more goals. It depends how many goals he scored tonight. Was it 4? Was it 4-2? how many goals was it? 7 goals in it. Depends on what they'd get at Tynecastle. You know, Hearts would probably roll over anyway. But now it's not going to get to that. It's not going to get to that scenario. Definitely not. 5 goals. So it's that 2 goals in and then. So 5-2, 3 goals. What was it? 4 goals in it. See the 3 goals, 4 goals in it. We should be fine. Should be fine. We'll get the point tomorrow. We'll get the point. So look, I'm gonna play this video anyway for you. It's not gonna go to the last day, folks. I wouldn't be even thinking of that that even scenario. We're gonna go to Rugby Park tomorrow. We're gonna turn up. We're gonna spank Kilmarnock. We're gonna get the revenge of beating us in the League Cup, drawing at Celtic Park, and beating us before Christmas. We're gonna get that revenge, and it's due in the best fashion by going there. And it's quite sad that we don't have the 3 stands anymore. Remember the days where you used to have the 3 stands when we go and win the league? Back in 2012, I actually have a picture, folks. I want to show you. Let me see. There's the picture there. Getty Images, by the way, just for copyright reasons, is Getty Images. There's Scott Brown. That was a lovely kit, by the way. I remember that season, right? We were losing 3-0 at half time to Kilmarnock. And I think Stoke scored, and Mulgrew scored for us. I think Stoke scored 2, and Charlie Mulgrew scored the header at the end to bring it 3-3. And it looked like at that time we were messing up this title race, and it was only early on in the season. Then obviously we just came back into it, and then the New Year's game, Joe Lely with the header. That's when it was actually called the Old Firm Derby, and then obviously they got the news then. So yeah. So we've had really good times at Rugby Park. That'll be me tomorrow night, hopefully. My way of champagne going into the mill, like yourself as well. This picture is just amazing. I just love this picture. Love the emotion. I seen there was a fan that tried to hug my Ada and went over the barrier. But the emotions in that picture is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This is what we'll be all pending. Brendan Rodgers bringing that trophy over to the Green Brigade, over to the North Cove, and winning over the critics of certain fans, and even in all the stadiums that didn't want them back. At the end of the day, you have to back who's in. The most frustrating time for me watching Celtic as a manager, besides the whole last season of Neil Lennon, I'd say the Tony Mowbray season was really frustrating. Never wanted Tony Mowbray to get that job after Gordon Strachan. Obviously, Gordon done a great job getting us into winning those 3 titles, winning us a couple of Scottish Cups, winning us a League Cup as well. Winning us 2 League Cups actually. Got us into the last 16 a couple of times. Gordon was a really good manager for Celtic. The players he brought in from the Scottish League, he got really. There was controversial ones, for example, there was a Kenny Miller that was purchased. There was a Presley purchased. There was Hartley, and you know what? Paul Hartley, he was a grafter. There was Barry Robson in there as well. Mark Wilson. Who else am I trying to think? Derek Royden. Didn't really work out for him. Stephen Codwell, remember him? So Massimo Donati, big Massimo. I think we got him from Milan or Bologna, wasn't it? Nakamura. Like Gordon Strachan's era was really good football to watch. Jan Vennegoor Hesselink, Arthur Boric. Some really good players we had. Remember Evander Snow? He wasn't good, but Evander Snow in the middle. Thomas Gravison. It's all clicking back now. It's all starting to throw back. I was watching the 2007, 2008 title running today, and we go back to Tannadice. We go back to the 22nd of May 2008. Sadly, Tommy Burns passed away a couple of days before, and it was quite emotional for all Celtic fans, quite emotional for the Scottish football world, losing an absolute icon to the game. Tommy was a wonderful man, wonderful father, wonderful manager, wonderful coach, wonderful person. A lot of Celtic fans took his passing away really, really bad. he had that real, he had a real father figure with the club as well. And Tommy will always be remembered. And you go back to Tannadice, and all you hear is the Celtic fans singing Tommy Burns, Tommy Burns. But yeah, really, really, really emotional time. And we obviously went up to Tannadice, and Jan scored the goal in this 72nd minute. That header, I think it was actually Paul Hartley that actually crossed it in, but it was and then they got pumped by Aberdeen. And they went down. I think they went down to 9 men at the end. Novo got sent off. I think someone else got sent off for them. But yeah, what an emotion. That was one of the best title run-ins. Tommy Burns is a saint. And what we have to say about Tommy Burns is when Fergus McCann terminated his contract, he didn't walk out the back door. He walked out the front door because he had nothing to lose with the Celtic fans. He's a Celtic fan. He was a Celtic fan himself, and always will be a Celtic fan in our eyes. East End man from the Carton. So yeah, it was just crazy because I remember last year going to St. Mary's Church for the first ever time, and I was like, oh my God, this church has held so many Celtic legends' funerals. It's just remarkable to think. And obviously Brother Walford, Andrew Kearns from County Sligo, where all the division happened back in 1887. But I bring my best mate up to it about 4 weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh, this is unbelievable." Then I showed him the painting, just at the altar on the right hand side, and then we were walking out on the stairs on the left hand side. There's another picture of Brother Walford as well. So yeah, unbelievable stuff. So the plan is this year to hopefully do the Celtic sleep out and help raise funds for the Celtic Foundation to help people that are struggling. The end of the day, that's what our philosophy is built on, helping people that are in need. Just to even put a hot plate on the table. To be honest with you, topic talker, I didn't watch the whole lot of the interview today with Simon Jordan, or yesterday with Jim White and Simon Jordan. Souness, bitter man at times, just can't accept that his team were beaten 3 times this season. And if they were a better team than Celtic, they would have put their money where it's at and bought players in January. They got a couple of loan moves and 1 or 2 small players. But at the end of the day, this is that excuse every single season. They sack the manager by October, November. They bring someone in. They give them what, 15 months in the job, and then they're gone again. That's just typical Sefco. Just honestly, I said about the whole Gio thing with them. I said you should have kept Gio, even though he called it out when they had no money and they got smashed in the Champions League, the worst Champions League team ever in history. But look, that's their business. That's what they do over in Govan. At the end of the day, we're going to be sitting down tomorrow, raising a glass to the champions. Hopefully be raising a glass. Worst case scenario, be raising a glass on Saturday. But we don't want to be going down that road. We want to just get over and done with tomorrow and focus on that. So that's what Celtic's all about. Can you watch our predictions for Fury's fight? Look at Tyson Fury. Don't really like watching boxing and stuff. I know there's been pictures of Tyson Fury in the past wearing Celtic stuff, smoking a cigar and stuff like that. I see his dad got his head split open by one of their camp. I think Tyson Fury has had his best days. So yeah, look, I came back from a lot of mental health problems, lost a lot of weight, got back in the ring and won the title and stuff like that. But I like to see him win it and just end it. It's just this whole calling boxers out saying, "I'll come back and I'll fight you for this and fight you for that." Just do it for the love of the sport. Don't do it for the money. Do it for the love of the sport. At the end of the day, if you love being a boxer and you overcome all these obstacles, at the end of the day, who cares about the money? You've made enough money. You know, you've made enough money. I just think, I think it's overrated boxing compared to what it was years ago. The charity special. We have better players than, particularly in midfield. We've controlled the games better than them. It's all over. Celtic are winners tomorrow. That's it. That's it. That's it. Like, at the end of the day, don't need to boast about money. Look at Mayweather done it for years. Just do it for the love of enjoying it. Don't be doing it. Like, I just think sports these days, it's all about glam. Even with the Premier League footballers, it's all about glam. It's all about this prima donna ethos. You know, like players are too soft mentally. They get grilled by a manager and they're straight away leaking it to their agent, looking for a move away. Like, take the criticism. Take the criticism. Yeah, it's hard. You have to get up at like 7 a.m, drive to training, work there all day. Like we do, like most people work all day. Get all these kit deals, get all these interviews done, make loads of money in the background. Like this, at the end of the day, it's all this prima donna ethos. It goes through me. You know? It goes through me. Good answer, Keith. No problem. No problem at all. What's your plan for the cup final, Katrina? Plan for the cup final is, obviously I can't get a ticket for it. My friends coming over from Belfast and from Dublin. So my two friends are coming over. We're gonna go into the probably Merchant City, have a couple of drinks in one of the pubs in there, and enjoy it. Maybe obviously we'll go Tim's in the park. We will, and take in. Hopefully it'll be a nice sunny day. Get the shorts out. Won't we get the top off anyway? Like Blade Wolverine. The top won't be coming off me. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, Katrina. You know, you might see me around. I might see a few of you around, you know. But folks, do subscribe to the channel tonight. Just said I pop on, do a podcast. But as I was saying about the Tommy Burns stuff, I'll get this video on. This is the iconic interview he done after he won the Scottish Cup in 1988. So I'll put this on for you.
Say hello to my wife. Tell her how much I love her. All my children. And if you John Paul Connor, who's in the hospital, I love you and I'll be up to see you Monday.
You've done the double, Tommy. Did you think it was always on?
Jim, you'll not realise how much I wanted this. When people look back 100 years from now, I'll be in the team that done a double.
Why do you leave it so late? You left it so late again.
Well, I don't get entertainment for money, Jim.
You must, I know you're on a high right now, but you must have a sympathy for Dundee United, again the losers at Hampden.
Well, we lost here 3 or 4 years ago against Aberdeen. We 10 men, we took them extra time, and they beat us. I don't like to end for Dundee United. They never came and tried to be defensive today. They came and had their go. I think maybe just a bit of experience at Hampden. We've got all this behind us and they have there, and it's one hell of a mount to come here and try and beat this lot as well.
What is so special, Tommy, about this Celtic support? What do they mean to Tommy Burns?
What's so special about them right here, Jim? Just right up there, that's what's so special about them. They're there and they're always there. And God bless everyone.
Did you feel they kept you at Dundee United? They kept you going?
If we'd been another team and they get beat 1-0 today, they don't allow defeat. They didn't allow defeat against Hearts. They certainly didn't allow defeat against Dundee United today. They're absolutely incredible.
The double in Celtic's centenary year.
Thanks, Jim.
You celebrate tonight.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Tommy, cheers.
Unbelievable. What an interview. What an interview. God rest his soul, Tommy Burns. You know, makes me sad listening to that. Oh, watching that documentary, the Alba documentary on him, always brings a tear. Always brings a tear, Stephen. Always does. Hard to take. I remember my granddad was over in Glasgow a couple of weeks after me won the league at Tannadice, and he picked me up that t-shirt he actually wore for Tommy Burns. You'll always be with us. You'll never walk alone. And Tommy's on his knees. It's just remarkable. I wonder if I still have the picture, actually. I'll see if I can find the picture. I'll see if I can root this picture out for you. And I know the green screen's on, but no harm. I'll try to root it out for you. Something different. Let me see. I want to see if I can find this picture now, because it'd be wrecking me head now all night. I do have it. So there it is there, folks. There was me back in 2012. So you're gonna zoom it in. Ah, Jesus. Look at with the Tommy Burns t-shirt on. I used to love this top. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Do you remember this top? Do you remember this polo top, folks? With the clover on the Nike one. We had it in yellow as well. So yeah. That's my dad's picture of like Istanbul in the background. My dad had a frame of like Liverpool when they won the Champions League. But they won on the 25th of May. So the 25th of May is always a big weekend in my family because my mum's birthday is on the 27th. Obviously, Celtic, Lisbon Lions, 25th of May. And we'll be playing on the 25th of May this year. And we won on the 25th of May in 2019 when we won the treble. Remember that, folks? So yeah. I used to see Billy McNeil every Sunday. Did you at the chapel? Brilliant. Was that up in Bells Hill? Is it? Is that where Billy's from? And Billy McNeil's from up there. And is John Clark from Bells Hill as well? That's where Anthony Ralston's from, isn't it? I've never been to Bells Hill. I need to get over that side to see. I want to go over to see where the Jinky statue is as well. Get over there to that neck of the woods. I went out to Saltcoats about 4 or 5 months ago. We went into the Elm pub and lovely people in there. Good little pool table as well. So if you've ever got to Saltcoats, folks, get off the train. On the right hand side of the track, there's a road, literally 60 seconds up. There's a Celtic boozer called the Elm, and it's really good. Now the staff are brilliant. Not the bars. Penalty for City. So what scores the City game now? Barlands. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks. So let's see. Have we got up any more subscribers? Let's see now. Sorry, I'm not the most entertaining person tonight for you. We're up 1 more subscriber, folks. Brilliant. We're getting there. Rome wasn't built in one day. So we'll go over these pictures and then we'll leave it there. And I will be back on tomorrow night. Now, folks, I'm just going to be honest with you. I will be coming back on tomorrow night, but I won't be coming back on till about 11, half 11. Time to get home from the pub and I'll go live. So hopefully it'll be a positive one. I will be back on live tomorrow night. The chat, which is about the game, about hopefully being confirmed champions. I'll probably have a drink to celebrate as well on the podcast, and we'll talk about the performances of the players, talk about where do we go onwards with Brendan. It's going to be obviously once we seal 3 in a row, all focus will be on the Scottish Cup. All focus will be resting the players on Saturday, giving players run out, and then getting them all ready for the big game at Hampden for the Glasgow Derby. But a lot of football to be played till then. I'll be in my bed by then. You'll be buzzing. You won't be in my bed by then. You'll be absolutely buzzing. Would you stop talking, Pony? You'll be up delighted Celtic are doing it. So you'll be delighted. Absolutely buzzing. I'll get buzzed on my mobile. Yeah, it'd be probably about 11, half 11, to be honest with you. So I will come on. I'll do a live podcast tomorrow night for about an hour. So I really appreciate you tuning in tonight from all over the platforms. As I said, if you can do me a favor, just say it to your friends, share it, send in a WhatsApp. I work early on Thursday as well, but I'll be in work early on Thursday myself, but I'm up for 7:30. I know you're probably up earlier, probably 5 o'clock or whatever, but I'll be sitting there in my job feeling rugby after hopefully a title celebration. So I went to the Brazen 2 years ago when we drew to Dundee, that midweek game. My mate was absolutely bulling at that game. My mate Gaz, the Celtic Appreciation page on Facebook and Instagram and X, give them a follow. But he was bullying with the performance of Celtic. He just wasn't impressed. He was really annoyed that night. And I was like standing there, I'm like, guys, we've just won the title. You should be happy. The league is back. The league is back, going to be back at paradise. He's like, but then players didn't do this and do that. And I was like, man, yeah, we were sloppy. But there was a stage where it was a Ralston cleared off the line and Joe Hart punched him in the chest. It was unreal. But some fans are so passionate. Like the small things. If I was in work in the bed, you'd be sleeping on the floor. I'll be fine. I'll be fine tomorrow. I'll be fine. Not a bother whatsoever. Not a bother. I better put the phone, that thing on charge. But yeah, just to recap, we'll go over the rugby park stuff again, and I'll tell you my predictions. I'm going to do a short video on it as well, so I might change the dynamic of what I'm talking about. Let's see. So this is my starting lineup for tomorrow. If you're not wrong, out of the way for a wee minute. So Hart and goal, same back four, same midfield, same starting lineup that played against the Sefco during the week. Obviously, we can change around. You can bring Yang on, you can bring Bernardo on, you can bring Ida on, you can bring Palma on, you can bring the Bells Hill bricklayer on. I just think this is the best starting lineup you can go for. Like, I know during the weekend I said we could change it around, maybe start with Ida and then go for Bernardo. But I'm thinking about let these lads have one big push for the rest of the league season. This is the final. This is in their heads. This should be the cup final. This should be the game where they go out tomorrow, they score early, and they go and they push for a second one quick enough, and go for it. Absolutely go for it. Expecting a big game out of Greg Taylor tomorrow against his former club. Really big game. How's it going, Maura? Expecting a big game. Callum McGregor, he stepped up as a leader in the last 6-7 weeks. He was. I felt this season he's been very absent in some games. Just wasn't turning up. But I think, he's back from injury. We've seen the big difference with him come back from injury. Same with Maeda, same with Vickers, same with Tate. Having these key players back has massively helped the spine of the team. You look at it this way. If you look at that formation, just go from Vickers upwards over to McGregor to Tate and Maeda. It's just that line there, that spine, has been so crucial for Celtic. And with Matt O'Reilly as well. Matt O'Reilly with the 16 goals, 17 assists in 46 games just shows that we have a jewel on our hands, Can you imagine the nerves if it dragged into the last game? Possibly it could, as much as I don't like saying it, David. It probably could, but let's not take Derry McInnes's Kilmarnock side for granted. They've beaten us twice already in the home patch. And that's the worrying side of it. They're pushing to cement a European spot as well. They've done a really good job. Derek McInnes has done a really good job with Kilmarnock. And their danger man's Armstrong. Vassell is a good player as well for them. They're a really decent team. And their keeper as well. Dennis is a really good keeper. So he's going to be on form tomorrow as well. He's pulled off some really good saves against us over the last 3 games. So there is a bit of anxiety kicking in when you think about them games against. But we've went up a notch since we drew to Kilmarnock at Celtic Park. And I was sitting here at full time and I was saying the chances of us giving this title away is getting worse and worse each game. And we're back in it. It's all in our hands now. I thought Tate was going to get a goal. I thought Callum McGregor was going to get 6 or 7 goals against him. The amount of chances he took on. But it is what it is. So my score predictions for tomorrow, I'm going to go with Stevens agreeing as well. I think 2-1 Celtic. I think Armstrong will score against us tomorrow. 2-1 2-1. I fancy Kyogo to get the goal, and I'm going to fancy the player of the year, Matt O'Reilly, to come up with the winner. I'm going to go 2-1 tomorrow. 2-1. Yeah, of course, there's revenge on the cards. It's a big game tomorrow, folks. We all know how high the stakes are for this game tomorrow against Killie. You know, as I said, they're not going to go over and expecting themselves, oh, you know what? You know, Celtic are going to come here and blitzkrieg. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because they have the mentality that they could stop a title party tomorrow. They have that mentality that they've done us already twice in the cup and in the league and took points off us at Celtic Park. So, for any fan that's thinking in their heads 4 or 5-0 tomorrow, definitely not. Definitely not. Don't be taking Kilmarnock for granted, folks, because he's having the past taking Kilmarnock for granted in the League Cup, and then we went there, and what did they do to us? They beat us. So yeah, it's one of the toughest games you can play. But you know what? If you want to win titles, you have to play these tough games and make a statement of champions. And we have the squad there that have done it season upon season. We have players in there that has won trebles upon trebles. You know, that's played over 400 games for Celtic and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So right, folks, I'm gonna leave it there. It's good chatting to you all. We've been on since the second half kicked off for the Rangers game. Rangers won, so Dundee rolled over, brown envelope as usual, and let's just focus on what we need to do. We all knew what the stakes were, so yeah. Let's see what this Bobby's saying. If we're pinging passes around the park the way we did against the Zombies, I think we'll fashion loads of opportunities tomorrow. I bloody hope so, Bobby. I hope so, and I hope you subscribed as well. I know Kaka Waka subscribes. I know Stephen subscribes. I know Mara needs to get over and subscribe. And look at folks, as I said, if you can tune in and subscribe, it'd be really appreciated. I'm going for this 18,000. I want to get this magic Neil Lennon subscriber milestone or Tom Rogic milestone, the number 18. It'd be really appreciated. I know you're probably sick of hearing the same spiel, but it's all about subs. It's all about getting them subs in, getting new names, new opinions in them comments, hearing where you're tuning in from. And there will be agreements, there will be disagreements, but all opinions matter on the channel, except from other sectors of other clubs that come in and think that God's gift and they get the Graham Norton chair booted off. Good luck, Block City. Some Block City. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. A massive thank you to the reactions on Facebook from Derek Brady, John Ledden, James O'Brien, Michael Smith, Jordan Bourne, David Ferguson, Brad King, and thanks to everyone that's tuned over next 128 people. 9 people tuned in live on YouTube tonight. I'm sure you'll get it all tomorrow. And 3 on Facebook. So yeah, good stuff. Speak to us all soon. I'll be back tomorrow night around 11, half 11. So make sure you have your phone for the notifications on, and then we'll talk tomorrow. And hopefully we'll be having a champagne. Speak to us all then. Hell. Good luck to ourselves tomorrow.